show about beer, where we review beers around the world, talk a little beer history, and I appreciate you joining me on this journey about beer. So tonight's beer, this is a very special episode. First of all, it's number 15, kind of a milestone, but really, tonight we're reviewing community beer company Mosaic IPA. So number one is special because I'm from Dallas and we're in Plano right now, which is a suburb of Dallas. But the beer company is here in Dallas. And this is currently my favorite beer on the market. People go through phases of what's their favorite beer, but probably for about the last 2 years and now, this is my favorite beer. It's been a few weeks since I posted a video, and so I just kind of want to catch you guys up on my life. My 11-year-old nephew, who goes by Super Gamer 5000, he wanted to review a beer with me. And so I thought, yeah, that might be really fun. But for me to serve alcohol to an 11-year-old, make a video of it, and then put it on the internet for all to see, that might negatively impact my career as an attorney. So I thought, all right, instead of doing a beer, let's do a root beer. So you can see the video, it's on YouTube. We reviewed an IBC root beer. He did a great job. I'm sure his parents will thank me that one day he could maybe review beers for a living. The Flying Saucer in Addison, where I go about once a week for lunch, made an announcement that they're going to start doing growler fill-ups, where you can bring your beer growler, they'll fill it up there, you can take it home. So I grabbed my growler, went up there, and as it turned out, I was their very first customer ever to get a growler filled up. So I'm real proud of myself. This was a huge accomplishment for me to be the first growler customer at the Flying Saucer. It was like a Monday morning when I was there. I had nothing more important to be doing than to be buying beer on a Monday. Took my kids camping. So this was real camping. This was camping in a tent. This wasn't camping in a cabin, which my wife made us do once before, which really just felt like a hotel room in the woods. So we went to Tyler State Park, which is in East Texas. Absolutely beautiful state park. One of my favorites. If you like pine trees and you like East Texas, you should go there. The next day was my wife's birthday party, which she had with a friend of hers, a joint birthday party, and it was karaoke. And really interesting thing, when you have a bunch of your friends at a karaoke party, you kind of learn a lot about them. So a couple friends of mine who they're, it's like a doctor, lawyer, professionals, they really knew how to just lay out the gangster rap songs. They obviously had all these like profanity-laden gangster rap songs memorized. They didn't even need the words, and that was a little bit shocking. Next was the election. Oh my goodness. All of America was shocked that Donald Trump won the election. And I don't want to get too political on this show, but I do have something very important message for anyone watching this. I just found out something about Donald Trump that is very disturbing. Donald Trump does not drink beer. This is very upsetting to me when I found this out. I don't want the leader of the free world, the president of the United States of America, who will not sit down and have a beer with me. It's very upsetting. So I'm asking you to call your electors and tell them do not cast your votes for a man who won't drink a beer. And if he does get put in there, I'm gonna try to get him impeached based only on this fact that he does not drink beer. So had Hillary Clinton been elected, I'm sure she would sit down on this show, have a beer with me. It would be all cool, But, okay, tonight's beer, like I said, Mosaic IPA from Community Beer Company right here in Dallas, Texas. This is my favorite beer in the world right now. So just real fast about the brewery, pretty new, started in 2013 in the trendy design district in Dallas. And they named it Community Beer Company because they really wanted this to be a brewery for the community. They have a very diverse group of customers that come in. They're real big on giving back to the community. They do charity events. They like to help out local artists by selling artist artwork inside the brewery. On Saturdays, every Saturday from 2 to 5, they have an open house and a tour where people can go and drink beer and see the brewery. So just a real community-oriented company. And then we get to the beers they make, which are amazing. But this one, I think this is their most popular one, is just incredible. So an IPA, as you may have learned on previous shows, you might already know, it stands for India Pale Ale. It gets its name because the beer was created in the 19th century, early 1800s, when brewers in England were exporting beer all the way to India, which was a British colony. The beer had some different characteristics, so it can make the long voyage. Why is it called Mosaic IPA? Mosaic is a new hop variety that was invented by breeding two other kinds of hops. So it's an American style IPA, and there's some other American style hops in here as well. But the Mosaic hop is characterized by being acidic, having tropical notes, blueberry notes, tangerine, flowery, and earthy aromas. So we can look for some of that stuff in here. Let's go ahead and taste and review this beer, which this is kind of a biased review because it's my favorite beer. But all right, let's pour this thing. Let me just try to get up close here while we pour this. Let's look at the color. You know, I would call this sort of a dark gold color. Maybe amber, but not too amberish, but kind of a copper dark gold color. It's beautiful. And the head is sort of brownish yellow. So, beautiful looking beer. Let's go ahead and smell it. Just incredible, just incredible. Citrusy, hoppy, flowery, maybe light hints of blueberry. Let's go ahead and taste this beer, which is already my favorite beer. When it first hits your mouth, there's like that little bite of bitterness, followed by some like light sweetness, followed by the flavors of like pine, citrusy. I don't actually taste the blueberry. Other people taste blueberries in this. But it finishes then with a mild aftertaste, if there even is one, which is good. So, I mean, the balance of the malt and the hop aromas is just perfect. And it just makes for an incredible IPA. I also just want to mention, since I don't have my whiteboards, this is high in alcohol. This is 8.6% alcohol. So you have 2 or 3 of these things, you're going to be knocked out. You don't taste the alcohol. The alcohol is completely hidden in this thing because it's so good. The IBUs are 85, which, you know, some IPAs really blow it up into the 100, way up into the hundreds with the IBUs. This is just like a very just moderate. It's just the reason it's so good and I love it so much is because it's just so balanced. It's just moderate bitterness, balance the sweetness of the malts with the bitterness of the hops. It's just absolutely incredible. My favorite beer right now. We'll see if something else ever tops it. So, because this is my all-time favorite beer, and I love even this one, I'm going to give it, I guess I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to give it 100. I'm going to give it 100 out of 100. I know that's insane, and as a new beer reviewer, I didn't want to do that for a long time until my palate was more developed. But as of right now, out of all the beers I've tried in my life, and as I've done research, and as I've done this show, I'm giving this beer a 100 out of 100. So congratulations, Community Beer Company in Dallas. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work with this one. And don't sell your company to a big conglomerate. I hate it when people do that. Actually, 2 trivia questions because my last trivia question wasn't answered. What is it called when a beer bottle is used as a weapon? So somebody tell me that. The other trivia question is, what were the 2 hops used to create the Mosaic hop variety? Thank you so much for watching my show about beer and for watching me review my favorite beer. Wherever you are in the world, if you're watching this show, please know that you will always have a friend right here in Plano, Texas, as long as you like beer and as long as you drink beer, unlike the current president-elect, Donald Trump. Good night.